By the end of this video, you will have all the knowledge you need to build this bed. There's the tools you need, and there's the tools you don't need, but make the job easier. Start off with your 2x12s. You can pause the video to get those dimensions. Then you want to find a flat area and glue all your joints and screw all your joints. Make sure everything's all squared up before you do so. Once you get that all put together, you want to lay out for your joist hangers. I put mine 10 inches on center. And starting at the headboard, you will put them upside down, except for your last one, you will put right side up. Then you want to slide in your 2x4s. This helps to have an extra hand if somebody's around to help out. Makes it a lot easier. And then screw those in with those 1¼ number 10 deck screws. Onto the headboard. You'll want to use 3 pieces of this plywood panel siding. I wanted a giant headboard for this, so after it's trimmed out, it's about 6 foot 8 inches tall and just over 10 feet wide. You want to sand the living crap out of it. It comes pretty rough, but if you sand it, spend some time, it has a pretty good finish. And then to sand the grooves, you want to cut a block of wood about a 1/2 inch wide, and then just wrap a piece of sandpaper around it and slide it up and down those grooves. I used early American stain, went through and stained the whole thing, and then I went back through with the belt sander and sanded off some of it to get the color that my wife and I were going for. And then we used a satin polyurethane finish. And then you want to carry your bed back to a flat surface. This took me a while, so I had to store it in the garage for a little bit. Carried it back out to the deck and stained and sanded it the same way I did the headboard. Then hopefully you've got somebody nice and strong to help you carry it in. I don't know why this part's so blurry, but it is. With a king size bed, through a normal door, you'll have about a 1/4 inch clearance. So just make sure you carry it in nice and level, and you shouldn't have any issues. I had to build this outside because this was all an after work project, and I didn't want to just turn my room into a construction zone for however many days it took me to finish this up. That box underneath is made out of 2x6. That's what gives it the floating appearance. There's the measurements there. You just want to make sure the length, you'll see here in a sec, that the part towards the foot of the bed is directly underneath that last 2x4 with the upside down joist hanger. Then lay out where you want your headboard. It's out of frame, but above the headboard I have all the studs marked with tape. You want to make sure you get that first piece nice and plumb. It's a lot easier if you work from right to left. I don't know why I decided to work from left to right, but it is what it is. After you get everything nailed in, always make sure you vacuum up before you secure the bed to the headboard. You want to make sure everything is centered up like you like it. That box underneath the bed, and the bed on the headboard. After you get it where you like it, you want to secure the box underneath to the bed with these hurricane ties, and just use the same 1.25" screws that you used for the joist hangers. I just put 2 towards the head of the bed and 2 towards the foot of the bed. Next, you want to find 4 studs on the headboard side, pre-drill, and then use these screws into the studs through the head. That way it's not going anywhere. Next up is the floating side tables. You can do it all just with one piece of 3/4 inch birch plywood. There's the dimensions for the drawer boxes and the drawers. If you want a cleaner look, you can cut miters on top of the boxes, but you don't have to. Alright, this is where your pocket holes come into play. So you want to drill your pocket holes and screw your drawers together and your drawer boxes. For the bottom of the drawers, I just use 1/4 inch Luan, glue it on, and then shoot it into place with your finishing nails. Then you want to stain your drawer boxes the same way you did the bed and the headboard, that early American stain, and then sand it off and polyurethane. The drawer slides I used are the most basic and the cheapest, but for the amount of weight that these drawers are going to hold, they'll work just fine. I attached these through the headboard with 6 pocket holes, but I didn't use the pocket hole screws. I used those 2.5 inch deck screws. And then I forgot to run the lights, so I'd take it off, run the light cord, and put it back on. And then I trimmed out the headboard with just a ripped down piece of 1x6, 10-foot long. There's the finished look. At the end right here, I have all of the prices and total cost. So there's the price breakdown. I just added 8% sales tax. I hope this helped you guys out. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything.